Good morning. My name is Annie Batchelder. I am an Akashic channel, and this morning I'm bringing in the guides to talk to us about whether or not you should change your name. Greetings from Anubis and all the beings of light in the Akashic records. There is an energy associated with the letters, the numbers, the sounds, the history of your name. Perhaps it is the name you are born with. Perhaps it is the name your family gave you as a nickname. Perhaps it is a name that you grew up and married into. If you were a person who took on the name of your spouse as part of your marital contract, there is a lot of energy and history associated with a name. These names often can go back hundreds and hundreds of years, and they may be one way that you have tried to change yourself, um, and it changed the trajectory of your future, and one way that you try to align yourself with a higher standard of living or an abundance level that would be more suitable to who you are. It's important that you notice these things. And it's also important that you notice whether the letters, the numbers, the energy of the syllables, the energy of the history of the name that you are currently sporting, or the name that you would like to take on or thinking about taking on, such as a spouse's last name. It's important that you consider what is in this name. It's important to consider what you are doing with the name, how you are labeling yourself. Are you creating yourself as a possession? Are you creating yourself as a partnership? Are you creating yourself as an addendum to the contract of your being together in, say, a marriage or a business partnership? We're just stopping to let that energy sink in. Very good. Yeah, of course. And so many just assume that a name is a name, or you like it better for now, or you're trying to honor somebody when you get married to them and take their name. But is it your name? Is it the name that carries your destiny, the boldness of your spirit, the light of your soul? Is it a name that carries the energy of your level of abundance? Are you joining forces with a name that has a collective consciousness of less than or lesser abundance or struggle or illness or unwellness or limited thinking? Are you harboring yourself in a bay that is not a bay where you can thrive, that is not going to launch you on your path further, take you as far as you need to go? It is important that you consider what a name has in it for you. Very important. You are going to wear this name as energy in documents, in governmental things like passports and driver's licenses and so forth. It's important that you know what you're doing and why. Be conscious as you consider the energy in a name. And if you're thinking about changing your name, which some years ago Annie always thought was just a dramatic way to try to change yourself into something that you aren't. Well, in some ways that is true, but in some ways it's an empowering step, and it's a great step. It's a great grasping for new territory ahead and standing in the light of who you are and letting go and releasing the past. It's sometimes that when you change your name, you are returning yourself more to your essence. And does the name that you are taking on or wearing at this time, does it vibrate in harmony with the permanent atom of light? Does it vibrate in harmony with your soul's light? Does it vibrate in harmony with the divine will for who you are in this lifetime and the divine plan that you have and that you are working out in this lifetime? It's very important that you consider these things. And so we would say if there are many things that you are breaking free from, old patterns, the family law book, tribal rules and regulations, if you are releasing yourself from that, if you are releasing yourself from ancestral holdbacks, it might warrant considering taking a new name, a name that does vibrate in harmony with the essence of your energy, the essence of your vibration, the essence of your particular light. It's important that the sounds and the syllables and the letters, the shapes of the letters, which ones ground up and which ones ground down, these are all parts of your name. Is there a historical element? Are you bringing back that queenly stature or kingly stature that you were in other lifetimes? Or are you bringing back the poverty and the lowered circumstances of that name, the struggle? Are you bringing that back into the present moment? What is it that you are casting off and what is it that you are casting on in this name? And we suggest that you play with the idea if you are considering changing your name, whether by marriage, by a change in citizenship, by a change in pure choice. Consider the sounds, the syllables, the light, the energy, the vibration of different names. Let yourself be extravagant in exploring this, creative in exploring this. Let yourself play, try things on, see if they fit. In some cases, you will find that your original birth name may be just right for who you are through this exploration. And it will be a commanding of the self, a claiming of the soul, a claiming of who you are in present time. This is good. And at times, it will be a time of releasing, not rejecting. Please hear us correctly. We are not suggesting you reject who you are. We do honor your ability to reach out and embrace who you are and who you are becoming. That would be a more correct idea and path to achieving the results that you are looking for. Sometimes changing a name will bring you into a higher level of harmony and vibration with your physical self, a wellness that you could not achieve if you held the name that the illness has. Sometimes you need to undiagnose yourself, unlabel yourself, free yourself, move into something new and different, honoring who you are and where you are going and where your identity is taking you. It is a challenge to your courage. It is a challenge to your willingness to adapt and to adapt to a higher vibration of who you are. And this takes time. It is a process. We'd love to tell you it's a process because it's all a process. It's a process. Are you willing to engage in this level of process of who you are? Where you can feel when you think about the syllables of a name. Do the vibrations hold true to who you are at this very moment? Do the syllables of the name carry the light that you are? Do they honor the light that you are? Do they sing the song of your existence? Do they leave your legacy? And is your legacy potent or weakened with the name that you carry? Do you feel that you are beholden to your ancestors in order to uplift the name and carry it on triumphantly? This may be true. It may be part of your path to do so. It may also be a signal that you are on a different timeline now, and that former idea, that former allegiance and loyalty to that name is no longer relevant. You may be seeking also to simplify, to discomplicate a life, and to disengage with a particular soul group or ancestral group. This is fine. These are all things that happen on the soul's path as it evolves and moves more and more into its oneness and the expansion of the all that is the great creatress as she calls you home. This is the power of a name. For it is an encapsulation of your essence. It's a representation of who you are. Is this an accurate representation or is it not? Does it need to be slightly adjusted? With the addition or subtraction of a single letter, change the numerology, change the essence, meaning of the name. And does it take the vibration up, out, sideways, down? Does that one essence shift draw you towards a feeling of comfort, allowing, where you have abundance coming into you easily and effortlessly? Or does the addition or subtraction of that one letter cause struggle, strife, illness, heaviness, struggle, chafing, conflict? Or does choosing a new name create a kind of neutrality that allows you to create the life of your dreams? It allows you to create beyond the limitations. It's very important, very important. And it may not be something that you are ready for yet. It may come in time. It may never come. It may be on your path to change your name. It may not be on your path to change your name. You will know. Trust yourself in your knowingness. Trust your guidance. Trust yourself. Trust the influence of the guides, the influence of your soul, the influence of the great creatress or the beings of light with whom you align. Trust your knowingness. For Pete's sake, do trust your knowingness. We do encourage you to do that. You can choose for yourself. You have every right. You needn't convince anyone else. You just need to make the proper filings in the governmental bodies and begin to adapt if you choose to change your name. But for now, we suggest that if you are considering it, play with the idea. Play with the visuals that change and flow and adjust as you change these sounds linked together that create a representation of who you are. Is this the representation that can carry you through the next 30, 40, 50, 100 years? And how important is it? You know, you'll be able to gauge 0 through 100 how important it is. And whether it is time for you to do this or not. All right. We will bid you adieu for now, and we thank you for your time, for your consciousness, and for the light that you contain and that you link up with throughout your life. For we do recognize the light in each of you, and it is our honor to serve in this way. Thank you.